Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your patience. Just before we begin, I would like to take a moment to remind all present in the hall today to kindly switch your mobile phones to silent mode to avoid interrupting our program. Ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome to all our distinguished guests, esteemed colleagues and members of the press. My name is Dr. Felicia Chung from the Department of Medical Sciences, and I will be your MC for this afternoon. I would like to first extend a warm welcome to all our guests who are joining us virtually as well on our Zoom channel. So the camera is over there, and I will now ask our AV people to switch the camera to that one, so you can see all the audience and say hello. Oh, wave. Okay, thank you. Is that one? Yeah, hello. Sorry, it was not clear. Okay, thank you everyone. So on behalf of the Department of Medical Sciences and the School of Medical and Life Sciences of Sunway University, thank you for joining us today for the collaborative agreement signing ceremony between Sunway University and the Malaysian Society of Geriatric Medicine for the Postgraduate Diploma in Primary Care for the Elderly program. We are very honored today to be joined by the Deputy Health Director General, Dr. Asmayani Khalid, very special guests, the council members of the Malaysian Society of Geriatric Medicine, led by the Society's President, Yang Berbahagia Dr. Ungku Ahmad Amin, the Pro-Vice Chancellor of University Kebangsaan Malaysia, KL Campus, Professor Dr. Hanafia Haruna Rashid, the Chief Executive Officer of Sunway Education Group, Professor Elizabeth Lee, the President of Sunway University, Professor Sibran Hopema, the Provost of Sunway University, Professor Peter Hurd, the Pro-Vice Chancellor for Research and Engagement, Professor Mahendran Nair, and the Dean of the School of Medical and Life Sciences of Sunway University, Prof. Abi Viva Kumarasivam. Ladies and gentlemen, we are gathered here today also to celebrate the Postgraduate Diploma in Primary Care for the Elderly program, which aims to produce graduates with advanced knowledge and skills in geriatric medicine. This program is a result of the dedication and hard work of esteemed colleagues at Sunway University and the Malaysian Society of Geriatric Medicine. And today's signing ceremony is a testament to both SunU and the MSGM's commitment to improving primary healthcare services for the elderly in Malaysia. But who better to tell us all about it and to start off our program today than the one behind it all, the program leader of the program, the head of department of the Department of Medical Sciences of Sunway University, renowned researcher, one of the top 2% in the world in fact, Professor Datin Dr. Chia Yook.
Thank you, Felicia. Dr. Asmayani Khalid, representative of DG of Health, Professor Vice Chancellor Dr. Hanifa, Dr. Ungku Amin, President of the Malaysian Society of Geriatric Medicine, Professor Elizabeth Lee, Professor Pottermer, esteemed guests, and my fellow colleagues of Sunway University. I think I can safely say that no one will disagree with me that caring for the elderly is important. So what I'm going to do is not to dwell on the importance of it, but to share with you the journey that took us from the development of the program to what it is today that we are offering at Sunway University. This program actually has had a very long gestation period. In fact, my interest in care for the elderly started at the start of my academic career about 30 odd years ago when I started at UM, and there I was sitting in the clinic with a patient who I thought at that time was rather old, but when I reflected backwards and looked, he was probably only in his mid-50s. But then we know anyone who's younger than someone who's older would always think that that person is very old. And of course, at the time, I said to myself, oh my goodness, I've never been taught how to manage an older individual. So how am I going to do it? Unfortunately for me, at that time, in Malaysia, in UM even, there were no geriatricians. And in fact, I think the discipline, the specialty of geriatric medicine was not even heard of by many people. So I had no choice but to take myself off for more training. So I went to Cambridge under the Commonwealth Medical Fellowship and tried to learn something about the elderly in terms of the care. Soon after my return, 2 geriatricians who were trained overseas came back. And of course, this is when I pitched the program of training for primary care doctors in care of the elderly. Understandably, they could not commit to doing the program. They were busy trying to build up the discipline itself. And I myself was busy trying to build up the Department of Primary Care Medicine. So I left it at the back burner for many years. Of course, subsequently, the more geriatricians came back. Some were trained locally, and then the numbers were sufficient for them to form the Malaysian Society of Geriatric Medicine, which is, of course, now almost 10 years old, I believe. Next year it's our 10th anniversary. So what happened was 5 years ago, I approached the Malaysian Society of Geriatric Medicine and asked if they were interested to deliver this program. I remember having to present to the council at UMMC actually, and then they went back, deliberated on it, and then came back to tell me, yes, we will offer the program. But at the very same time, fortunately or unfortunately, Prof. Pei, who was then the director of the Institute of Healthcare Development, approached me, knowing that I was retiring, to come and join Sunway University. And immediately I asked her, would Sunway want to offer such a program? And the next thing I knew, I had to present it to yet another group of people. I remember the room being full of men clad in suits. And to this day, I still don't know who they are, but I think many of them are still with the university. Be that as it may, what I did during the presentation of the proposal was to highlight 3 things that they need to pay attention to. One was, this is a very niche program. So therefore, 2, you're not going to have many students. And thirdly, it is an expensive program to run, and you may even lose money. Datuk Lee Wing King, who was the chair of the board, said to me, don't worry, we think primary care, elderly care is very important, so we will support it. So that to me was, in a way, a turning point for me to say, okay, let's go and do this under Sunway University. And so we then convened members of the Malaysian Society of Geriatric Medicine about 2.5 years ago, together with some of our own staff, plus Puan Izzah here, from ASQ, and we designed and developed the whole program. And then we launched it, we submitted it to MQA very quickly, within 5 months. There was quite a long delay before we got our provisional accreditation, 2 years it took us. And then we launched it within 5 months. So the first batch of students were enrolled in January last year, and in fact they're going for their convocation tomorrow. We are currently on our 2nd batch, who are going to sit their final exams next year, and we look forward to welcoming the 3rd batch in January next year. And of course, to cap it all in this journey is that we have just received about a month ago our full accreditation from MQA for this program, which is of course which was done with a lot of help from everybody, from all the members from the school, from our dean, and ASQ, and so on and so forth. Now, all this could not have been possible without the collaboration and support of MSGM. They not only helped to design the program, but they also helped to teach and to supervise our students who were doing the clinical attachment in the Ministry of Health hospitals. And of course, for that, I would like to thank the Ministry of Health for allowing our students to be there. And of course, in fact, one of the council members, I just cornered her just now and said, I'm going to send a student to you. This student comes from the north, so I need to send her to you. And of course, she graciously said, yes, I can do that. So that's how good the collaboration is. The feedback from the inaugural batch, of course, is extremely encouraging. And in fact, if you have read the interview that was done by MIMS, is my MIMS reporter here, it is actually very flattering about the program, how we gave them value for money, how the teaching was done, how the geriatricians were very good at teaching them. And of course, to further demonstrate Sunyu's commitment to this program and to the collaboration with MSGM, I'm actually very happy to announce that Sunway University has agreed to offer 2 scholarships to Ministry of Health doctors. and 2 for international students per year for this program. Of course, thank you to Prof. O'Connor for agreeing to that. And of course, I hope Ministry of Health, now that you are here as well, that you will match this and offer 2 scholarships as well. So finally, to the Malaysian Society of Geriatric Medicine, on behalf of Sunway University, I would like to thank MSGM for all your contribution. I also would like to include my own personal thanks, my gratitude, and my appreciation for all the time and effort you put in to support this program. And so here we are today to sign a collaboration, and we look forward to our continued collaboration in the future years to come. With that, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Prof. Chia.